Do you want to think in Spanish? It is not impossible. Stay with me for 6 tips on how to do it. ¿Listas? Hola, bienvenidos a Spanish 55. My name is Lourdes and I am a Spanish teacher from Mexico. My students have shared with me that they have a hard time thinking in Spanish, which ultimately gets in the way of their conversational skills. The good news is there are things that you can do to start training your brain to think in Spanish. Let's get into it. Tip number 1, stop direct translation. And I am sure that you have heard this one before. I know that you already know what you want to say in your native language and that it is frustrating to not be able to do it as easily and as quickly in Spanish. But avoid translating sentences directly from English to Spanish. This will prevent you from saying things like estoy embarazada, I am pregnant, instead of estoy avergonzada, I am embarrassed. Even if it takes you a little longer to articulate your thoughts, make sure you're paying attention to the intent and meaning behind the words and on following correct grammar rules. Which takes me to tip number 2. Learn Spanish grammar. In order to be able to express yourself in Spanish without relying on direct translation, you will have to learn and use correct grammar structures. It is easier than you think, and sometimes it can even be fun to learn grammar. Focus first on mastering verb conjugations, but also pay attention to other components such as noun adjective agreement. Having a strong basis on these structures helps you start thinking in Spanish more naturally. Tip number 3, practice sentence structure. Sentence structure varies from language to language. That is why it is important for you to understand how sentences are built in Spanish in order for you to start thinking of them that way without relying on English structures. Start by forming simple sentences and move on to something more complex as you get better with grammar. Tip number 4, use contextual learning. Immersing yourself in contextual learning can provide your brain with the Spanish input and exposure needed to help you start thinking in Spanish more naturally. Learn in context by listening to Spanish conversations, reading Spanish texts, and watching Spanish media. But make sure you're practicing active engagement, paying close attention to how sentences are formed and how different words are used in different contexts. There is so much out there for you to explore. Start with something that's really interesting to you so that you can keep the motivation strong. Tip number 5, practice speaking. In order to improve your Spanish thinking skills, you will have to practice speaking, either with a coach or with a conversation partner. Check out this video on how to find conversation partners. When you're speaking, make a concrete effort to not go directly into direct translation, but instead use the knowledge that you have of Spanish words and grammar structures. You will make mistakes, and that is okay. It is part of the process. Do not get discouraged. Learn from those mistakes and keep on practicing. And tip number 6, think in Spanish. I know, easier said than done, and the whole reason you are watching this video. But the more you do it, the easier it will become. You have to be mindful of thinking in Spanish throughout your day for it to become a more natural process. So maybe you can describe things to yourself in Spanish or narrate your daily routine. During your morning commute, make it a point to describe what you're seeing, who you're seeing, and how it makes you feel. Do it every day so it becomes a routine. Keep on practicing. Remember, language is a process and you are already doing great. Our channel is full of videos for you to explore on different topics and for different levels. So make sure to check our channel out and let me know in the comments what else you would like to see. If you're looking to practice with a coach, make sure to check out the link in the description where you can book a free consultation, no strings attached. All of our coaches are certified to teach, and they're native speakers that are here to help you achieve your language goals. If you like this video, give it a big me gusta and subscribe for more. Hasta la próxima!